Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The weather is warm enough for me to walk, and so I'm gonna talk about what I think of the Trump administration so far, and maybe some other things if something comes to mind. But oh my heavens, since the election, since the inauguration, it's been like Christmas every day. It's just, it breaks, what do they call it? Something breaks speed. Trump is just getting things done, and I just love it. And in terms of like immigration and things like that, we're finally getting these criminals out of our country. And then you have the endless bleeding heart Democrats on television talking about how cruel it is. Yeah. And then I saw a wonderful the girl that was imitating Kamala, the blonde girl, and she did a funny video where she acted like she was, I guess, a teenager, and her parent was talking to her, and the teenager was crying, and I hate what we're doing to these illegal immigrants. It's just so cruel, and the child was in tears, and she says, "Hold it, what are you talking about? Every president." So she shows a couple clips of Kamala Harris, of Hillary Clinton, of Obama, all promising to get the criminals out of our country and do this and do that. And Trump actually does it, and everybody's in tears. Right. There's misplaced compassion. Of course, everybody understands why a family would want to come here. But is it compassionate to let them cut the line? No. Is it compassionate to take criminals and rapists and murderers into our country unvetted? Heavens no. But somehow, because Trump is doing it, they're freaking out. And it's comical, but I just love what he is doing. And then the Democrats are just showing their true colors in the confirmation hearings. I don't know if you saw I guess you call it an interview or hearings on like RFK Jr. and I haven't seen the one on Tulsi Gabbard yet, but I'm a one-word answer: yes or no, yes or no. These complicated questions: yes or no. It's comical. It's a circus, and I think they're doing nothing but harming their own brand. It's like all of the sensible Democrats are jumping on the Trump train, if they're sensible. But there's others that are, the holdouts, and it's just comical to watch. Is there any downside to what Trump has done so far? Not one bit. He's restoring common sense and to this country, and I just, every day I look forward to turning on the news to see what new thing Trump has put in place. And his idea with Elon Musk to reduce the workforce. Oh, I love it. The 9-month buyout or 6-month, 8-month buyout, whatever it is. 8 months, I think it is. Yeah, I love it. How can you say that's not compassionate? And we can reduce the bloated government and get back to our core values and making this great this country great again. I just applaud everything he's doing. One thing I'm a little bit iffy on is I agree on the big push for AI, but who was it that said designing AI will be able to design a vaccine, especially for you. Okay, no, I'm done with vaccines. The last vaccine I had was back when I was working for Delta. I took it, I think it was, what was it, yellow fever or something, to be able to fly to Africa. And I took it, and I was deathly ill after. I mean, maybe not deathly ill. I was very ill afterwards. I vowed I'd never have another vaccine. But then, I think I got malaria when I flew to Africa, and I was like deathly ill. And anyways, it was I vowed never to have another vaccine, and then COVID came along, and I'd already made up my mind. Heavens no, I'm not going to take that vaccine. This experimental vaccine. Are you kidding me? And how many people were harmed or killed by that? And most people, COVID was a mild flu. I had COVID one, maybe two times. I never was tested. I just, the symptoms, the smell and the taste being destroyed, that was the telltale sign to me that it was that. But I didn't need to be tested. I was not that ill. It was like a mild flu. And so, these individually designed vaccines, no thank you. No thank you. Although, I am enjoying AI, and I think it's only going to get better. It's not perfect, but it has, it's just helping me in my everyday life. I need to fix something in the house. I used to go to YouTube and watch a video, and I may still do that when I feel it necessary, but I had problems with my washer the other day, and I just typed in this was into ChatGPT, typed in my model number and what the problem was, and it gave me a list of things to try, and I just took care of it. It was, it was great. And then in my my YouTube videos, I still have a long list of ChatGPTs that I'd like to get to if I find the time. But just reading my chats that are from all kinds of subjects, that things that struck me as interesting, and I think the chats I had with it would be quite informative to those who are not used to using this yet. It's great. So I'm a little bit worried about ChatGPT, but it's here to stay, and it'll like Trump said, it'll probably end up creating more jobs, just make us more productive and help us solve the problems that are vexing us all. I mean, health discussions, and oh my heavens, it's just great. And then when it comes to just arguing with a friend and just settling, you bring out, you put the question, have some liberal friend offer some harebrained theory, and you just put it to ChatGPT. You say, this is what ChatGPT says, and you never hear from them on that subject again. It's just so satisfying. It's like, oh wow. This is a good thing. So, anyways, how long have I talked? I've talked 10 minutes. I like to keep my videos in that range. I don't mind watching long format, but I'm not that interesting, and my videos would have a hard time keeping an audience for that long. So I'll keep this one to 10 minutes, and I think if anything else, I'll fire it up again. But thank you for listening, and I'm back to my walking as long as the weather stays about above 40 degrees, I think. It's kind of my threshold. I just don't like walking around in circles in my rec center. It's just, I mean, I have a walking pass there, and it was very reasonable. This year it was at $10 for a senior walking pass. And when the weather is bad, I'll do that. But a short course, just walking around and around in circles on the flat, just kind of boring. But when the weather's bad, that's not bad at all. So, anyways, keep moving, seniors. That's the trick to longevity, one of the major tricks. Keep moving, and we'll talk again soon.